Hello, and welcome to yet another Final Fantasy XIV jobs explanation video. In previous videos, I have covered all of the playable jobs included in the base game and the Heavensward and Stormblood expansions. Today, we will be going over the new jobs introduced in the third expansion, Shadowbringers. As is the norm for the new combat classes which are added in these expansions, you cannot access either of these jobs as a brand new player just getting started in Final Fantasy XIV. To unlock them, you will first need to reach level 60 with one of the game's other jobs. But fear not, both of these new jobs start at level 60, so you're not going to be losing any of that hard-won progress when switching over. And just let me stress once again that these videos are not guides. If you want to learn all of the ins and outs of playing these jobs at a highly skilled level, there are far more helpful resources out there. This is just a little crash course introducing the basics and flavor of each job, and what makes them each uniquely special. And we've only got 2 to cover this time around, so this should be pretty quick. First up, this is the Gunbreaker. The Gunbreaker fights with a gunblade, Final Fantasy's most absurd weapon, which is saying something in a franchise that sends you into battle with playing cards, a boomerang, a dining fork, a literal sports ball, whatever this is, and a dog launcher. As for its role in the party, the Gunbreaker is a physical damage dealer who stumbled into a career in tanking by complete accident. You're good at it, and your coworkers love you, but this is not what you went to 4 years of DPS school for. Specifically, this DPS school. As a result, your attack moveset very closely resembles that of a DPS job, with lots of explodey combos and resources you can spend to unleash big bursts of damage. You're kind of similar to the samurai job in a lot of ways, except you actually know how to take a punch. But what can the Gunbreaker do, I hear you asking? Well, to start, this job does have all of the standard tanking tools of the trade. You've got Royal Guard, your tanking stance that makes all of the enemies hate you the most. You've got Lightning Shot, for provoking the enemies that could be hating you more. You have a variety of abilities for making the angry enemy's punches hurt less, and like all the other tanks, you've got a panic button for 10 seconds of invulnerability if, oops, you might have crossed a line back there and now the enemy's punches might kill you. But to play a Gunbreaker is to show up to work wearing this shirt every day, which brings me to your damage-dealing abilities. You've got your standard 3-hit combo, which also happens to provide you a steady trickle of self-healing and shields to keep that health bar filled. You've also got the standard 2-hit AoE combo for attacking everything around you. You've got abilities like No Mercy, which increases all of your damage by 20% for a short time and queues you up to use Sonic Break, another big hit, which also applies a chunky damage over time effect. You've got a whole toolbox full of big damaging moves to throw out there, like Danger Zone or Bow Shock, plus a bunch of utility moves like Trajectory for when you need to get up in an enemy's face real quick. This brings me to this little thingamajig over here. This is your powder gauge. Every time you complete one of your basic attack combos, you will earn a cartridge, represented by these little blue lights here. You can spend these cartridges to do even bigger, fancier hits, like Burst Strike or Fated Circle. Or, alternatively, you could spend a cartridge to queue up another, entirely separate, much stronger 3-hit combo than your default one, pictured here. And using this continuation ability over here, you can follow up each hit in that stronger combo with an additional hit, effectively letting you dish out 2 powerful 3-hit combos simultaneously. And I can only assume that the Gunbreaker is going to receive yet another 3-hit combo with the release of every new expansion until the end of time. It is a lot of moves and combos to keep track of, while also occasionally remembering to tank, which makes this probably not the easiest tanking class to start learning with, but if you are the sort who likes having a bit more to do while keeping the boss's attention, or if you just know, deep down in your lion heart, that everybody else is wrong and gunblades are cool actually, and they always were. I'm more complex than you think. Whatever, screw you guys. Then try the Gunbreaker. But maybe you'd like something a little simpler. Well, great news. This is the Dancer. The Dancer fights with throwing weapons, usually little chakram things like these here. Like the Bard and Machinist before them, the Dancer is a ranged physical damage dealer, but it is also more than that. You remember way back in those jobs videos for A Realm Reborn where I said that the Bard was the closest thing this game has to a support role? Not anymore. This job is all about looking good and, like any good dance partner, making someone else look even better. For example, at any time, you can use closed position to point at one of the wallflowers in your party and inform them that, congratulations, they're your dance partner now. Doing so will generally increase that player's damage output while also allowing you to benefit from some of the abilities they use. The better you do, the better they do. And the better they do, the even betterer you do. But that isn't the only support option in your toolkit. You could also do the Shield Samba to reduce the damage your entire party takes for 15 seconds. Or if some health bars are starting to look a little low, you can do a Curing Waltz to give a little heal to yourself, your dance partner, and any party members who happen to be standing nearby either one of you. Alternatively, if you're feeling brave enough to dance in one place for a little while, you could use Improvisation, granting a heal over time for your entire party so long as you stay in one spot and continue the dance. Then, once you are ready to move again, you can conclude this Healy dance with Improvised Finish, which will also give everybody in the party a shield, negating some of the damage they're going to be receiving in the future. And the longer you maintained that Healy dance, the stronger the shield. Now, you are still a damage dealer at the end of the day, but unlike all of those other squares who have a basic 3-hit combo, you have a basic 2-hit combo with a twist. Either one of these two attacks has a 50% chance to grant you one use of a more powerful version of that attack. And when you use that more powerful attack, that has a 50% chance to give you one green feather over on your little meter over here, which is a resource you can spend at any time to throw out an additional attack, like Fan Dance. And wouldn't you know it, every time you use Fan Dance, that has a 50% chance of letting you follow it with another even better version of Fan Dance. Basically, every attack in your basic combo is a coin flip. And every time the coin comes up heads, you get an extra attack and another free coin flip. And you just get to keep on stacking that nonsense until the coin finally comes up tails. I don't know what they're gonna do if they ever try to add Gambler as a job class in this game, because they already burned their best idea. As you use your basic and enhanced combo abilities, and as your dance partner uses their various attacks, you will slowly build this Esprit meter over here, a resource you can eventually cash in to use a massive AoE attack called Saber Dance. But let's skip ahead to the dancer's most important ability, more dancing. Once every 30 seconds, you can use Standard Step to initiate a dance, swapping your basic combo abilities for a game of Simon. These two symbols you see over here on your step gauge, hit the corresponding colored buttons and then conclude the dance with Standard Finish to hurt all the nearby enemies and give both you and your dance partner a damage buff for the next minute. But that's not all. Every 2 minutes, you can also use Technical Step, a more complex version of this dance that requires you to input all 4 Simon buttons in order. Technical Finish will do way more damage than the standard one and give an additional damage buff not just to you and your dance partner, but also any other party members lucky enough to bask in your presence. So if you are looking for a relatively straightforward, beginner-friendly damage job, or if you're the type who really enjoys playing supporting roles in a party, or if you are old enough to even remember what this thing is, or if you just want to look very graceful and pretty all the time, try dancing. So there you have it. A tank who thinks they're a DPS, and a DPS who has fundamentally misunderstood the type of battle they were recruited for, bringing this game's job total all the way up to 18. If you have any further questions about these jobs, you've come to the wrong guy. But thank you for watching anyway, and I will see you tomorrow as we finally kick off the Shadowbringers patch stories. See you then!